Hello and welcome everyone, this is Kalevovich coming to you with another Storybook Brawl video, and we have a new update, new patch notes to go through, new changes to the cards and to the game client itself, as you might see on the left side of the screen, hint hint. But let's get to the card changes themselves. Now, a bit ago, Good Luck Games have given everyone access to an additional Discord server for the beta branch of the game. And you could have fished out some patch notes over there, and from what I believe, the ones that you can see here are the exact notes that they have been updating. So all the changes that were in the last beta build are coming over to IRL, the real life storybook. Okay, let's dig in. So 7.0.6 patch Giggity 69 is no longer with us. So there is a new card, and it is Water Wraith. It is a level 3 evil monster, a 3/3, so the stat line is a bit here, a bit there. Not great, but not bad. When a character next to me dies, I gain +1/+1 permanently. It's an evil monster that grows on its own. Obviously, you want to surround it with stuff that dies, maybe some summons that die. Upgraded 6/6 +2/+2. It can grow. It can grow out of control. You put it in 2, or you put it in 3, or you put it in 6 for maximum growth. I think 6 is a good spot to keep this, because, well, your 2 dies, your 3 dies, your 2 maybe dies again because it was a summon, and it's already 3 triggers in one combat. So I believe this can grow faster than a Vampire, as the reality will check in, we'll see, but this is for sure one to watch for. Those level 2 and level 3 characters that just go throughout the whole game are something that you usually should be looking out for. Also, Cursed Throne, a level 3 treasure. Now, if level 3 treasures, good ones, were not populated enough, here we have another one that is quite interesting, aside from the placeholder artwork. Your royals are also monsters and have slay +1/+1 permanently. Now, they should have added that all princes, princesses, and queen are now type royal before doing this, but hey, I mean, everyone already knows that. That's not a secret. So anyway, your princes, princesses, and queens, aka your royals, are now also monsters. So they work with all the monster-related cards, such as, for example, Monster Manual. Probably something else as well. And have slay +1/+1 permanently. So if you're going royals, go royals. If you're going royals with Baba Yaga, go royals with Baba Yaga. This is potentially something huge, and this is something, an added bonus that can make your royals grow and grow and grow, but at the cost of their humanity. Sure, whatever. I believe it's a good one, but a very directed one. So it can also be just a fizzled one. A new spell on level 4, Hermes Magic Beans, a 0-cost spell. You attack first this brawl. So the thing is, right now there is something deep under the pages of Storybook Brawl that you could call initiative, because this is another effect that allows you to go first in a brawl. And I believe the easiest way to visualize this is if there is initiative in this game and everyone starts at initiative 0. If both heroes are on initiative 0, it's 50-50 who goes first. But there are some abilities, treasures, and now spells that give you higher initiative. Hermes Boots give you +1 initiative, aka you go first. If you have Hermes Boots, initiative 1, the opponent doesn't, initiative 0, you always go first. Hermes Magic Beans gives you +1 initiative. Sad Dracula gives you +1 initiative. Hermes Boots with Celestial Tiger gives you an additional point of initiative. Mimic with Hermes Boots give you an additional point of initiative. So right now, there could be battles where there's Sad Dracula with Hermes Boots on initiative 2, and you're playing Celestial Tiger with Hermes Boots, and played Having played Hermes Magic Beans, you go to Initiative 3 and you always go before Sad Dracula. Yeah, it's too much sometimes, but this is going to be a really good spell because attacking first does matter. It is a good combat spell. It costs 0, so you can just cast it for free when you want some spell matter things. It is going to be quite good or quite atrocious if you come across it, obviously. Now, Blaze of Glory, also on level 4, is a 2-cost spell that gives a character plus 10 attack this Brawl. Now, this is a targeted spell. So this populates the spell pool for all the Crystal Ball fanatics, which is fine. Increases slay odds, sure. Give the lucky few who have Headball another targeted spell, yes. Everything is in place. This is like a higher level Luna's Grace, but I do believe increasing slay odds. I do believe in getting a shooter to be huge. I do believe that this could help, similar to Rite of Valkyries. Because Rite of the Valkyries, I don't remember. I think it used to be a 3-cost giving +2. Now it's a 2-cost giving +3. I believe it went through some iterations. But right now, Blaze of Glory, I mean, sure, why not? It is good. It is a good temporary spell that can win you the combat. Unless your back row shooter gets sniped by a lightning dragon, but that's a whole different story. Also, card changes, and we've already talked about this. All princess, princesses, and queen are now type royal, and thus Lonely Prince just needs a royal. It can be a princess, it can be a prince, it can even be a queen. Okay, let's not dig into this because my head is starting to hurt. But this also means, to avoid some future confusion, some card names have been changed from Oni King to Oni Tyrant, from Storm King to Scion of the Storm, from Great Pumpkin King to the Great Pumpkin. Also, Prince Arthur finally got rid of Uther and became King Arthur. But those are only name changes. And I do believe that Oni King, Storm King, Great Pumpkin King not being royals would have probably maybe caused some confusions for some newer players. I'm fine with this, seriously. I mean, Oni Tyrant sounds fair. Scion of the Storm, the name is amazing, etc. But there are also 3 new mages in the mix. Copycat became a mage. Baba Yaga became an evil monster mage from just being an evil monster. So Baba Yaga with Aeon, there you go. That is a huge boost to Headball or just even Ball strategies. Seriously, no more Sporko, you're fired. At least from that comp. Also, Bearstein becomes a good animal mage. I don't know why. They are saying they can't wait to see the Aeon Bearstein mashups. I think I got other combos I would like to go through first. And yes, Grimsoul finally went to the barber and got a cut from the character pool. Do you also hear those crickets? Or is it just me? For the 2nd time, we've gotten rid of Grimsoul. And they are saying, actually, that they've done this because they don't want Slay to be too easy to trigger. And Grimsoul makes all the Slay kind of obvious, like upgraded Grimsoul with upgraded Feasting Dragon in the back row, easy stats. Now you have to work for your for your slays. That's right. They are also saying, as a minor note, Trophy Hunter wasn't the driving force behind the Grimsoul change, but we don't mind the hopeless Trophy Hunter endgame showing up less often as a result. My personal thought, still, would have been to retire Trophy Hunter instead of retiring Grimsoul, but we'll see. We'll see. For sure, Trophy Hunter becomes less good, a lot, but I will still try to play with him. Yes, probably a bit more monstery book. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, yeah. Trophy Hunter went a couple of tiers down for sure. Slay as a comp went down a couple notches. Right now, when you're thinking about endgame Jormungand Slay compositions, You're still on the Lightning Dragon with Riverish Mermaid and Baba Yaga mashup. And still, Soltec Ancient becomes a 66% counter to that, if you know what I mean. We'll see. We'll see if and how this becomes a change. I mean, this changes the dynamics a lot. But these are not the only changes. They are also saying, when we're on the Slay compositions, they will note that this leaves Slay as a whole balanced around a card that no longer exists, so we will be taking a good look at all the Slay cards for future balance patches. So I'm guessing Chupacabra could start growing again, maybe maybe Shadow Assassin will once again grow its health. I don't know, maybe we will see some reverts for some of the changes that we've seen over the past months. Who knows? Future is uncertain, and I'm looking forward to it. Now, there are also some swaps between level 5 and 6. Burning Tree, it was a 020, guys, not a 520. That's an old version. Becomes a 420, yeah, that's the joke, on level 6. And yes, Burning Tree has become a huge problem to get through. Seriously, 500 health on an upgraded Burning Tree, not that difficult to see these days. So moving it up to level 6 means that it isn't a random hypothetical purchase on level 5. Maybe we'll see Ashwood Elm. But it means that, okay, we're in trees, we're gonna burn that tree when we get to it. On the other hand, Robinwood goes down to level 5. And I do agree with this change. Also, well, stats remain the same. It's just taking away 7 attack instead of 15 attack, which is still a huge deal, and it is still a huge, huge shooter, so I do not have any problems with it. Now, 3 Big Pigs goes down a level also, and the stats go down a level, from 15-15 breaking into 3 5-5 pigs, to a 9-9 breaking into 3 3-3 pigs. And if I remember correctly, 3 Big Pigs used to be exactly what they are right now on level 5, back in the day on level 6. And they were not played almost at all. Now on level 5, this is a lot of stats. This is 18 worth of stats if you populate them across the whole board. Will it be better? I mean, then you can assemble all your summons, kind of like Baby Bear got a little bigger on 5, and you have 3 Big Pigs. There is no longer the whatchamacallit Sheep in Wolf's Clothing on level 4. So honestly, on level 5, you have everything that summons need. You have 3 Big Pigs, you have Baby Bear, you even have Tweedledee into Tweedledum, into Tweedledee again, or however you want to play it. So if you can get for example, all the level 5 animals, like a Baby Bear and 3 Big Pigs, and then you open up a Bearstein when you get to level 6, well, sure, why not? Especially that Slay is slightly worse now, so you're not that likely to lose to it. And trees are kind of also getting kind of a nerf, so you might be able to chop through them with an upgraded Bearstein. I don't know. Maybe summons are back? Kind of. Royal's got a slight buff? Kind of. Mage has got a huge buff with Baba Yaga. Sure, why not? In other changes, Doubly from 1-1 to 2-2, still doesn't matter. Friendly Spirit from a 3-3 to a 3-4, yeah, cool, why not? I mean, it got nerfed to say Other, and Trophy Hunter got nerfed to say it doesn't work, so yeah, sure, it's a decent change. If you have some stats going from a Sting or Haunted Helm, and you get this early on 4, this is a lot of stats, especially if you combine it with if in the same shop you see a Sporko or a Lady of the Lake. That's a lot of stats, and maybe you can put it on a shooter in your back row, and you're fine. So, yeah, sure. Fiona, aka Ogre Princess, the good royal monster, got a point of attack, making her much better. Yeah, I do agree that she could have used that. Sure, why not? Cupid has become evil. Don't let this chubby little face fool you. Cupid is as evil as they come. And I do wonder about this change. Why was it made? Probably so that good boy comps have fewer shooters, especially as good ones as Cupid is. Well, literally. I would also like to note that good went down a card, evil went up a card with Cupid, and with Water Wraith, with the new monster that I've talked about at the beginning of the video. So the scales of balance are turning towards evil port. I mean evil. Okay? Alright. Fireball deals 1 less damage. Okay, I mean, they're saying that it was a must-buy spell in the mid-game. I must have missed that memo. I mean, it was good, but I still must have missed that memo. It still kills Sporkos and Lady of the Lakes, so sure. Why not? Mimic goes up a level to 6. Finally, I mean, Mimic was almost always an obvious choice on 5, even if you didn't have other treasures, because you knew when you get something else, it's amazing, right? And you can't get it from a double neon, which makes it even better, even more sane, let's say. The Singing Sword. They say that this was the best level 6 treasure for quite some time. And I do have to agree. Double the attack of characters in your front row. And this was especially atrocious with Burning Tree. That's one of those things that got it to those insane attack and health levels. So nerfing it down to just flat out your front row characters have plus 15 attack, which is a huge stat line. I mean, compare it to Sword of Fire and Ice. Sword of Fire and Ice sort of gives 7 characters plus 6 stats in something, right? So that's 42 worth of stats. This is a level higher, plus 15 attack to the front row, so that's 60 worth of stats. So that is more. On a treasure, 1 level higher. And yes, they are also saying that the Great Pumpkin and Animal builds, this is a good treasure for them, for all those front rowers that resum themselves. And I do have to agree that a flat 15, like, it is the heart of the card, kind of, without making it atrocious. Because copying and doubling and tripling, I'm not talking about you, Triply, specifically, but still, in a lot of card games has always been problematic. One of the reasons why they moved Mimic up a level. So instead of doubling the attack, which was actually plus 100%, that's an easier way to understand that, they are giving plus 15 attack, which is still fine. It is still a good treasure. It is still a great level 6 treasure. And Beginning Stone was the lowest picked, especially with Grim Soul and Feasting Dragon. So right now it doesn't only work on level 2 and 3 characters in your shop, giving them plus 15, but it works on all characters in your shop, giving them plus 10, plus 10. Sure, this is another, I mean, this is Fairy Tail on steroids. This is Feasting Dragon having worked for a week and a half. So yeah, this is going to be picked quite higher, although it is a nerf for Beginning Stone for Peter Pans, am I right? Am I right, Peter Pans fans? All right. There are also some new feature additions. We have the profile section, and this says, don't worry guys, I mean, if you go over here, you will see that my winningest hero is obviously Trophy Hunter because I'm picking it like crazy. 10 wins. This is since patch 0.69, so for the last month. 10 wins with Trophy Hunter. Top 4s also in the last month since patch 0.69. First places, you can see it up here anyway, and I haven't played any games after the patch has dropped. I'm going to play them on stream on Tuesday, hopefully having some fun. But yeah, we will see more stuff over here. Also, you will be able to mute emotes in game by clicking on the left side of the screen on the opponents. And there are some bug fixes, improvements, like upgraded doubly is now correctly named triply, and most importantly, don't forget about this. Awoken Princess's art is no longer stretched. Thank you, Good Luck Games. And good luck to all you listeners, and hopefully see you at the tables. See you in the library, because storybook, but also Brawl. So in the library ring, yeah, I think I'll leave you and see you at the library ring. Library. We're gonna be librarying tomorrow. See you guys.